This was after Steven came back on our show and talked a little bit about Solana recently. I sort of circled back and kind of went, man, maybe there are some Solana names that I can pick up and, nice down, cheap, low prices. And sure enough, this was a pretty good example of one. And kaboom, got off a monstrous win here today. In this kind of friendly market state, this kind of stuff can happen really easily. So we did pretty well here today. And actually, really interesting, the weekly commodity trend survey. I'd really like to take a look. It turns out there's another name spitting up on that in crypto. We kind of pulled one out of our butts here this morning, which was kind of a funny one. And this is so typical of venture cap. I mean, it's half the reason why I like playing venture cap is every once in a while, if you force yourself to come in at the bottom ends of ranges and just nibble away. And in this particular one here, I think I was like a 4-hour double bottom or something like that. And I was kind of like, there's a W there. What the hell? Let's go and pick up a little bit of this. So I bought that little W there. Really did absolutely nothing for what is that? That's actually, this is even less time than that last trade. April 12th. Little old ladies, not too concerned about market timing. What little old ladies are most concerned with is, big rallies. Don't chase. Draw your reload zones. And when I saw this, and I think actually this was after Steven came back on our show and talked a little bit about Solana recently, I sort of circled back and kind of went, man, maybe there are some Solana names that I can pick up and, nice down, cheap, low prices. And sure enough, this was a pretty good example of one. And kaboom, got off a monstrous win here today. The good part about this, of course, is that we're in the friendly part of the crypto market, i.e., this kind of stuff can happen. There's my sell. In this kind of friendly market state, this kind of stuff can happen really easily. So we did pretty well here today. No complaints. And actually, really interesting, the weekly commodity trend survey. I'd really like to take a look. It turns out there's another name spitting up on that in crypto. The names that are starting to look like they're coming down into valuation levels that would actually justify investments. Yesterday in the broiler chicken show, we did a piece on Uni. So it is interesting that I loaded this up first thing this morning and a new name popped up here, APT. I don't even really know this from Adam. It is interesting to see how the algorithm is picking up these new top 30 names. Clearly, you can see the thing has just come straight down here like falling like a rock. It's come down so far so fast that actually it doesn't surprise me that the moving averages are still pointing bullish. So this is a really, really good example. The market has put this thing on sale. Reload zones. Brian likes his reload zones. We're now trading at the bottom end of the 52-week range, right? Because this is just a year ago, eh? Interestingly enough, a year ago, right? That's actually right up in here. So what's the average price over the past year? Obviously, it's this range here. And if we put on the 50% level, that means that's the mean right there, $12. And here we are sitting at $8. Well, the way I think that you use this information to your benefit is you say, trend is still up. Market has come off appreciably from its highs. We're now back down at the bottom end of the range. The weekly commodity trend survey is telling you this is in a buying zone, and it's a 6, which means you should pay special attention. Now, clearly, there's really no technical reason to be uberly bullish here. So what I would just simply say is, that it's a 6. Well, wait on this thing. You can see the huge tail here. And if this thing can go and put in a W on the daily charts, and those weekly charts are still pointing bullish and they're still painting 6s, and you got yourself a pretty damn good looking entry there. So this is the way that I would suggest you use this information. In essence, the weekly commodity trend survey is doing a lot of this sort of initial legwork for you. This thing is still in an uptrend and it's now in a buying zone. So then at this point, you put on your spidey senses cap and you say, all right, if this thing is still as great as it previously was perceived to ramp this up, then show me a W here. And you can see the daily moving averages starting to turn. MACD has already tried to turn. RSI is trying to turn. Did Willie ever get stupid? Willie did get stupid here. Now, Just give me any kind of technical reason off a daily basis, and I should get in there and do some buying. And that's how I think you use this information to your benefit.